All right, morning YouTube. First stop this morning, first traps. Been waiting to catch something here in this set. Can't help but there's just something about that sunrise across that lake that just a great thing to start the day off. Well, that's why I've been coming here, my first sets. I mix it up a lot. Once I get my line in, I'll start on one end of it and go throughout the day to the other end. And then tomorrow I may go to the opposite end and start and come back this direction, or start in the middle and go both ways. Just kind of mix it up, change it up a little bit. This is where we've been having the misses at, guys, on these two sets. This step down here and then right over here on this blind set. But we got us a raccoon there this morning. Another good looking male. He's not a huge one, but he's good looking. If we got such a thing up here, good looking raccoon. I know you northern boys can really show us up on those. But I'm looking down there, and that 330 still set down in that channel. I'm gonna get him taken care of and move on around this morning, see what we can get into. I got film down here this morning, guys. Right behind me is that dam. I've got that crossing set with 330. Right in here, I think it was last year or year before, I filmed a pair of otters swimming around playing. I sat here and watched it for a while, but you see we got a little bit of water in the bottom of that ditch there, and then right here it starts narrowing down into that little channel. Those aren't hardly there yet. So right here is that big pool, and then it narrows down into this little channel right here. That's where we threw the RGB in yesterday. All right, I can see that trap still set. Guys, if I only had that channel set, I'm only going to catch the animals that are in that channel. So I'm only going to catch otter, a swimming coon, a beaver, muskrat, mink, something that might be swimming through that RGB. But what I'm missing a lot of fur if I don't put a dirt hole or a land set or a couple of land sets or 3 or 4 footholds in this little area of ditch, because those cats, coyotes, everything, those rabbits are down in these ditches. That water went down, everything that died because of the flooding, and then the water draining is laying there just ready to be picked up and eaten. So a lot of your predators are going to be hunting the bottom of these ditches when they're dry. The only issue you got to worry about is you got to watch the rain, because they flood. So if I was to go in, just to say I put one of my 160 box sets down here for a bobcat, tuck it in that grass over there somewhere, bait it up, I'd want to anchor or tie some kind of line high so that I'd be able to recover. If it flooded, I'd be able to get my hands on that anchor and be able to pull that trap up. Same thing if you done a foothold or a dirt hole, a flat set, something like that, put it in here. You'd want to somehow mark it with a fiberglass pole or marking tape above it or something, so if it floods and you need to get it out of there, you'll be able to get down and know exactly where it's at. But anyway, guys, we're going to keep moving this morning. Nothing, just the one raccoon at this location. We're going to get around and get the rest of them checked. All right, guys, made it over here. We put in those sets. Looks like something happened right here. Let's see. We had a catch. You can see the catch circle here. The stake's still here. Trap's gone. Let's see if we can't find that catch. Right out there's a trap, guys, so we had a miss. So chances are what happened, having that miss, so a lot of times in these boxes they will stick their arm in there, reach in there, and I figure that's probably what happened. What was the case with this one? Yeah, don't know, won't know what it is. And look around here for some tracks. There's really not another, a little bit of scat right here, little round scat. I'm looking for tracks. I'm not really seeing anything that I can identify, but we're just gonna put that trap back in there, guys, and cover it up. I'll grab us some fresh bait. We've got our carcasses in there from the last couple of days catches. I'm gonna throw them out over here in the edge of the woods, and so I'll grab a piece of beaver, shove it in the back of that box, and we'll try again. Hopefully maybe those box sets we got on down the ditch, on down at this next property, will have something in one of them maybe. But that happens, guys. So let's just lay that right there for now. I'm gonna go grab a piece of that meat out of the truck and get that reset. Still nothing. Our snare and our blind set that we put right over here on this trail, both still set, guys, so nothing's been down through that trail. All right, guys, get over here. Our trap's missing. Pulled over here, we had a catch. They got down that hill right there. Oh man, this has been a week of misses. It sure has. Tell where they struggled a little bit and was able to pull out of that trap. Oh. Gonna get it reset. A little bit of hair right there, almost looks like a raccoon. But anyway, I can throw that back over here, guys, and let it be working and try again. That's all we can do, or we can get frustrated and quit, and that's never been me. So we're gonna get this thing back up here and working. Just gonna put it right there in the very same spot we've had it. So we made one catch, and now we've had that miss right here in this trap. We're just gonna bat it in there just where it doesn't move, just like that, guys. We'll take some leaves, cover up right there, make sure this cable's not in the trail or a foot will get hung in it. We're just gonna take some of these leaves, guys, and cover that trap up, blend it in just like that there. We'll pull some of them down and kind of mound it up on this side so they'll want to go right through there. And there we go. So it's reset and working, and hopefully he'll come through again. That carcass pile, guys, there's one beaver, and I always save the heads. I don't know why this one got tossed out here in the carcass pile last year was, but see this little shiny thing right there on front? We're gonna pull it out of there. We're just gonna wiggle it a little bit and break that membrane, and we can pull that tooth all the way out of there, just like that. It's amazing how far that thing goes up into that skull, lays in there just like that right there. The beaver's teeth continue to grow, never stop growing, and they've got to chew on something to keep that tooth whittled down. But I save these and sell these to the arts and crafts people and make necklace and jewelry and stuff out of them. So saw that skull laying there and those teeth, and I wanted to grab that pair of them out of there. So there we go, we got them. We'll put them in our tooth bucket when we get back home. We're gonna keep on right here, guys. I just pulled a little bit of beaver scrapings and a beaver foot, and that's what we're gonna toss in this box over here, and get that trap sitting back in the front of it. All right. Just gonna toss both of these in the back of that box, guys. Push that grass back up in there. And we're just gonna set that trap right back in the front of it. Right there. And just kind of blend it in a little bit. There we go, guys. That's reset. Still got a little bit of that glitter. I don't know if you guys will be able to see a little bit of that glitter that I originally put in there, but there's our set and that meat and stuff in the back of it there. Hopefully whatever we missed here will come back through. So that's 2 misses here at this spot. Seems like that's the way this land trapping's going for me this year. Anyway, guys, we're gonna keep moving, and we'll check back in here in a little bit. All right, got a call, guys, about some beaver. Basically, at this little pond right here, you can see they're chewing actually on pine trees. I don't see this just a whole lot in my area, but I guess that's what's around here, and that's what they're chewing on, is those pines, until they've knocked this one across the fence, that one as well. Anyway, we just walked this levee. Got a big pond over here on this side, and with all this damage being right here, we knew we'd find a couple of crossovers. So basically what I've done is I just walked down through here, found the crossovers. Right here's the first one. You can see where they're coming up out of here, going underneath that fence, and then that trail's going right down here to a castor mound. Ideally, this would be a good spot for a drowning rod. Then just come up here and add to this castor mound, put a little scent. Didn't have a drowning rod in the truck, so what I've done, just an extension cable back up here to this cedar tree behind me. Got that foothold bedded right out here in the water. And what we're gonna do, we got that beaver scent right in here already that they've been making. And we're just gonna come right here to the side of that and build that back up. I'm gonna take some of my castor lure right here and put on this mound. See if we can draw them over here to it. So I'm just gonna find something to get a little bit of that out of there with. We'll just dip that grass down in there, just like that, guys. Look at that, trap's bedded right there. So they swim up here, go to put their feet down and climb out. Should have them in that trap. All right, step on over here, guys. So right here's another castor mound. You can tell they're definitely marking this area. Another castor mound right here where they've come up and marked it. And then right here, guys, we've got another crossing. So they're coming across right here underneath that fence. You can see I've got that 330 gardener right there at the bottom, just blocked down there with a little bit of a pine limb coming right up through here. What we're going to do is take a little bit of castor. We're going to drop it right up here on top of this levee, and that'll get them up here investigating this. Hopefully go through that trap, and then step right down here. Just got the 3 sets out. That's all we put out. Step right down here, guys. I see that running water coming out, so there's a hole in this levee. Just coming here and I bedded that RGB trap in it. We're gonna take a little bit of lure, and we're gonna put, I originally thought the beavers had a hole going through there, but it's not. It's just gonna be a small leak that's coming through there. So we've got that trap bedded now. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this lure, and we're gonna throw back in there behind that trap. What I'm gonna do is just reach my hand in there. I'm gonna shove that up in the mud. Drop a little bit right there. I'm just gonna take this and shove it behind that trap up in the mud so that scent's coming out of there. All right, that's our 3 sets here. Let's go get some of those others checked. All right, guys, you guys should remember this place. I've filmed it about every year. But so earlier in the season, before the holidays, we come in here. This was just not a whole lot of water in it, but they've come in, and that big dam down here that was ripped completely out, they built it completely back up over the last month. And I got down here yesterday and got a few sets put in. Little ditch coming across over here, I've got a 330 in it. I saw it as I drove by. It's still set. Right here we done a dam break, and it's got a drowning rod there. I can see my mechanism still up. So they didn't fix this last night, but I want to get over there and make sure that trap is still set and we didn't have a miss. I'm gonna kick this dam out again a little bit more. So trap's still bedded right there where we had it, guys. Still working. We're just gonna kick this out and try to draw them over here. I'm gonna get down here and check this big dam. I got a foothold on it, a dam break as well, so I'll get over there and get it checked. Alright, so this is where we had in the earlier videos this year. We had the 2 footholds on it. Looking right here, doesn't look like they come up here and tried to fix this either last night. So I'm just gonna step over here. Trap's still bedded right here in the water, guys. So they didn't come over here and try to fix it. Just got it anchored back here to this cage. That's the cage the farmer tried to build when this culvert was in, around the outside of that culvert to keep the beaver out. And of course, all they did was come in and clog the cage up. So I'm just going to kick this out. We're going to move that trap a little bit deeper. That water's fell quite a bit from me kicking it out yesterday. So I'm just going to actually put it on a stand. I'm really liking these stands so far. I'm not going to be able to move that much farther out because I got that stand ground anchored up here so I don't lose it. But all right, nothing happened out here last night, guys. I may have to, they've got runs from where I've trapped this in the past down here. I may have to go up this ditch, cross over into those runs and set some 330s in those runs. But hopefully this water should draw them over here. And but if we don't have a catch tomorrow, I'll probably jump over there and put some 330s in those runs that come across through there. All right, guys, I decided to go ahead and drive around here. You can tell that a tree that's out in the ditch, that's one that they've knocked over, or roots have washed off. The trees fell over, they've been chewing on it. There's a run that goes right up into here from there that's got water in it. I'm gonna step up this direction and try to get across here in my hip boots. And you can see like maybe a bank den right there. I'm gonna see if I can't cross this ditch up here, walk up there and put a 330 in it. It gets pretty deep right here. Don't know. Yeah, should be able to make it. Usually these are the decisions I end up regretting. All right. Let's just ease down here, guys. Find us a good spot to place this 330. Here's a run right here. That grass is wet, which normally would make me think that those beaver come up out of the water into this grass, but you got to remember I just kicked that dam out, so chances are that water was right up to here. Me kicking that dam out, that's made the water come down. So this one right here is not the activity we're looking for. Look right here. Here's another one here. Here's a crawl out. This one's actually got some, look like some activity going on last night. It looks wet to me and muddy right up in here where they crawled around. But this is what I seen from that other side. This run right here, I could tell they were chewing on this tree when the water was up. Don't really see any fresh chewings. A little bit right there. Still not exactly what I'm looking for. Till raccoons have been all out in here in the tracks. All right, guys, we're gonna place this 330 right here in this run, right here where it necks down. And them coming over here to fix that dam. We got that trap waiting there on that dam, and then we'll have this 330 here in this deepest run. Right here, neck down. Here's a little bit of fresh chewing on that one. Here's another example of why I needed new triggers. This one just rigged up with a piece of number 11 wire. So at one time, I'm guessing this was the last trap in the truck and I needed it. So what I did, I just took some 11 gauge wire and wrapped it around that mechanism, got it taut, and that trigger pretty sturdy. I know I've caught beavers with this since I've done that. But anyway, you got to do what you got to do to get things done, and that's worked for me. I got some new triggers ordered, or actually got them in. I need to get them, all these traps separated and get them put in there. Guys, we're gonna go right here. We're gonna put that trap right there on the bottom. We'll take our stake here, shove it through that corner, go all the way down, take that T-handle and lay it right on top of that trap. Right there, just like that. That secures that trap pretty good right there by itself. We're just gonna come right around this little shrub here, and we're gonna wrap this cable around a couple of times. Anchor to it. Toss all that out of the way. We're gonna take this stick that's laying here, guys. We're just gonna pull it right over the top of that trap. This log. Just like that there. Push that spring down. I'm gonna find me one more stick to put in that side of that spring. We'll use this one right here. I'm just gonna come right through that spring, guys, shove that down into the mud. Maybe. Right there. All right. That trap set. We got this one in our hand. We'll go ahead and shove it over here on this side just to help a little bit more. There's that set, guys. So as they're over here working on that levee, we got the dam break up here, the dam break here. We're gonna have them in this area working, so if we happen to miss them in that foothold, we've got this 330 as a backup when they come up this channel. Just gonna walk up here, just look for a minute. The trap still there, guys. It's still sitting right there. Still set. What we're gonna do, I've brought some castor down with me, and you guys have heard me say I like to try to pick them up. When I first start trapping an area, I like to not use lure, try not to disturb it too much. I like to try to pick them up without using lure, and then after a few days I'll start getting a few picked up. I'll start using lure. By us taking that castor and throwing it up in there, they're gonna smell that coming out of there. They want to go up in that hole and investigate. Whether they're using that hole or not, they'll want to go up in there and see. Plus it'll help us attract an otter over here. You might take just a little bit and put here on top of that log, just smear it on that log there. That's gonna get them over here curious what's going on. So we'll have this smell out here, and then they'll get over here investigating. They'll go up in this hole and check it out. I'm gonna go ahead and step over here and check these 330s. I'm gonna look for sign while I'm walking around, guys. Just see if there's any activity, and so far I'm not seeing anything. As sandy as this is, I'd be able to see tracks or activity if they come in or out of the water down through here, and I'm not seeing anything yet. All right, guys, you recognize this place here. This is about the lowest the water's gonna get. We've got rain coming. Gonna sit in this weekend, rain for several days. So I'm gonna take my fork that I've got here, and I'm gonna ease out here and see if I can pull these long springs that I had set. This is I was hoping to give it a few more days without rain, but I've got an opportunity now. I'm gonna go ahead and step over here and try to recover these traps and stakes that I've got out. Never did pick the beaver up out of here, so I'm gonna have to get back over here once that water settles after this rain. Hopefully it'll be dry for a little bit, and we can get in here and get these beavers picked up. It may, right in here, there was a little bit of a, right there's that run that I had set with that 330. So right in here somewhere I had that first trap. I'm just gonna see if I can't hit it with this. No luck, guys. Basically, I had this thing set. There was a little foot trail coming out of that ditch, a little foot trail cutting through this grass to that other ditch over there. I just had that trap sitting in it, and the second one's going to be right in here somewhere. Maybe we can hook on to it. I think I just hit it there, guys. All right, so there's one of them right there. Let's get it wrapped up. Just had it ground anchored with one stake there. Let's step back up here and try some more until we can hit that one maybe. All right, here it is. Took a minute. Well, yeah, right there it is. So, wasn't exactly in the right spot, but about 5 minutes there, we got it back. So, all right, here we go, guys. Glad to have them back. I'm going to use the chain for an extension on this one. We'll go ahead and take it off as well. I got to roll this extension up here. I got one more, number 11, up there on that bridge embankment. Had it just when that water was low, we had it set just the bottom edge set, blind set, hoping to pick up a mink out of here. Of course, the water level hadn't been back, and that was back before the holidays, before Christmas and New Year's. So get over there and get it, and then no catches today, but sometimes that happens, and we'll get after them again tomorrow.